today, you're obsessed with what happened to Northwest. Oh, look at her. She stole someone's spotlight. Blah, 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 blah. That's true. I'm really sad about that too, because there was a hardworking, talented child singer and performer out there who could have had their big break on that stage in the role that Northwest stole due to nepotism. But honestly, don't let this get to your head and make you think and feel negatively about your own success and path. Let's remember that network will emerge once you do your own thing and actually do something that generates so much respect, love, attention, and appreciation. Hello, welcome to this episode of a Screenwriter's Secret Diary podcast. I'm calling this episode Can Dreams Be Purchased? Plus Nepotism and Networking. Nepotism in Hollywood and other careers is no secret. We see it time and time again. Dreams can be purchased if you have enough money and if you're born into a rich, wealthy, famous, well-known family like Northwest and the Lion King musical incident / controversy that's going on right now. I thought this was a timely topic to cover. I'm going to talk about not only nepotism but also about networking, because breaking into Hollywood or becoming a successful artist, any type of artist, is nearly impossible without building a network. I actually have a unique perspective on nepotism and networking because I'm originally from Turkey, recently changed their name to Turkey, and I studied chemical and biological engineering before I moved to Hollywood and did my master's in screenwriting and became a writer and artist. So in Turkey and in chemical and biological engineering, I am a nepo baby. My dad was the CFO, Chief Financial Officer of a huge pharmaceutical company since the 1980s. With that title came his amazing network of people who were basically our friends, family friends, people meaning CEOs who watched me grow up, met with me and my dad casually for lunch or dinner sometimes, and their kids being my friends. If I had stayed in Turkey and continued my path as a chemical and biological engineer, I would have climbed that corporate ladder so fast that students the same age as me, would be like, what the hell just happened? But would I have deserved it? See, that's the question I'm going with today. Do nepo babies deserve it? Some do, some don't. I'm not the one to determine who doesn't deserve and complain about nepotism and blah blah. It is annoying, very annoying. I moved to California with no contacts. I didn't know anyone here. So I've been on the other side of nepotism for 6 years now in my own career choice. I really didn't know one single person in LA, let alone anyone in the industry before I moved to LA. Since then, I've been working non-stop to network, expand my knowledge of everyone in the industry. After years of hard work, my projects have been accepted into film festivals and I've sold 2 shows so far, all because of network. By the way, these are great achievements. But when I look back and compare my achievements in chemical and biological engineering in Turkey and my achievements in LA as a screenwriter, I didn't even have to go to some of those internships because on the first day, CEO, who is again a family friend, called me to his office, got me some cake and tea, and we had this nice conversation for half an hour about life and our plans for Christmas. Then he told me to go home and do whatever the hell I want. I was 19 or 20 at that point, so you see where I'm going with this, right? Opportunities were provided for me on a silver or more like gold platter. People used to ask me to ask my dad for a favor for their careers and things like that. My dad had the power to make or break people's careers as chemical engineers. So when I apply this knowledge of nepotism that I myself have experienced as a chemical and biological engineer to Hollywood, to the entertainment industry, I definitely see the environment of these kids. First of all, you're washed with money washed, right? We talked about this in the previous episodes. Like, you can flush $1 million down the toilet and nobody would bat an eye around you because that's like very little money. That's how these people are growing up. They are surrounded by huge executives, producers, managers, and agents, ones that you and I cannot even dream about because they are very, very high level, like top of the top and impossible to reach unless you're Northwest, apparently. I don't want to judge anyone today. I'm going to take this topic to a more positive place, okay? I promise. But just to address the Northwest situation, they say it was a terrible performance. I checked it, and I don't know if I told you in this episode, but I finished music conservatory. I play violin, I play piano. My music ear, I don't know if that's the word in English, but my music ear has been very developed since I was a kid. I literally grew up with music from age 7 to now, and I watched it. It was very off-key, very casual for this type of a high-level production. One ticket was around $1,000 to $2,000 to go see this musical. It's the Hollywood Bowl. Like, it's so prestigious. Again, it's top of top of top of the top of the top, and this is what you see. So I'm not making fun of anyone, not bullying anyone, just stating some facts to get us going, okay? It was clear she was there just because of nepotism. Her parents got her there, and some people tried to defend her by saying she's just a kid. And yes, we know, we can see. But when we call someone a child star, it means they have been training for years and years, non-stop, just to perform and get better at it. And to get to where Northwest just got into, like Hollywood Bowl, like you work so hard to get there. Child stars are talented, plus trained really well. And the public didn't see that in Northwest. As you can see with the Northwest example, network is everything. Your mom, your dad, your uncle, your aunt, everyone is your network. So being a Nepo baby automatically comes with your network, which is what this person on TikTok, Albina, talks about in her videos, by the way, which also inspired me to talk about this, because looking at how I grew up and looking at where I am now, it's such a big contrast. But looking at the concept of nepotism, it really comes with the ready network. You already know the big people, and you don't even have to be talented. This happens in screenwriting too. That's why sometimes you watch really shitty shows. Like, what the heck did I just watch? Well, they knew someone. Not necessarily Nepo babies, but they had network. They knew people. And just because they knew them, people were like, oh yeah, we'll make your show. Let's do it. My friend, for example, in the camera department, she's slowly climbing the ladder to working on more quality sets. And I'm watching this as it happens. And it only happened because she met a DP from somewhere. His AC got sick halfway through this amazing set, and he called my friend to take over. Now, through this set, she met with more producers, more actors, and made more network. Now, that network is gonna contact her first or second or third, whatever option she becomes in their personal list of people or list of ACs to contact, and then more doors will start to open for her. So when they say your network is everything, they really, really mean it. It doesn't matter how amazingly talented you are. If you don't know people, you can't really make it. But that's not my conclusion for this episode. I just want to look at different perspectives for us to analyze together. I watched this video that basically claims the opposite of what we just talked about. So network is in fact not everything. And they even say that it's totally overrated. Let's watch it.
I really think networking is overrated. There's all these articles about like, oh, you ought to network more and this is how you build. It makes me want to vomit, right? Go do something great and your network will instantly emerge. If you build a great product or if you get a good customer base, I guarantee you we will get you funded. You will not have to go take internal meetings building relationships years in advance.
Do something great and your network will emerge instantly. This is the exact quote that encouraged me to go out there, put myself out there, participate, get hired by, and work on or just help some friends for independent productions and projects. The rise of indie artists. That's what I call it. We really did get rid of some of this gatekeeping in the entertainment industry and art. And with social media, there are so many platforms and there's access to knowledge that we didn't have before. And we really got more access to each other as well. We started to see beyond the world that they wanted us to see. We started to see beyond the media, the way they were portraying the world. We started to realize that this is not it. There are a lot of TikTokers who talk about how they live in Africa. In Western perspective, Africa is like impossible to live in. There's no food, so poor. But TikTokers and YouTubers were like, no, they're lying to you. Here's how we live. And it's just such a cute little place to live in. You know, it's such a great nature going on. And similarly, we started having these creators who are Nepo babies like Albina, talking about trust fund and how she grew up and networking and things like that and trying to help people. So we started to debunk the whole idea of different stereotypes. Today, you're obsessed with what happened to Northwest. Oh, look at her. She stole someone's spotlight. Blah, 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 blah. That's true. I'm really sad about that too, because there was a hardworking, talented child singer and performer out there who could have had their big break on that stage in the role that Northwest stole due to nepotism. But honestly, don't let this get to your head and make you think and feel negatively about your own success and path. Let's remember that network will emerge once you do your own thing and actually do something that generates so much respect, love, attention, and appreciation. Here I am telling you this as someone who's been knocking on the door of Hollywood for over 6 years. But hey, at the end of the day, I can say that I made art. I wrote projects that I'm actually proud of. I didn't do anything purely for money because, let's be honest, in the world doesn't pay much. But you know, I believe that once you do something great, doesn't even matter if you got attention. You just feel good. And at the end of the day, I started to value that feeling of creating art and telling stories that I want to tell that come from my soul rather than being motivated by success, attention, money, etc. I'm not sure if this was the ending you expected, but I just want to end this by saying, you got this. You are worthy, and your art, your vision is worthy. Keep working, keep pushing, keep creating, keep improving, keep using the resources that you already have available. And one day, when you're ready, it will happen so fast that you will be surprised, you will be shocked. Thank you for listening. Make sure to please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching this video. Give it a like, give it a comment. Let me know if you liked how this video went. And if you're listening to this podcast, make sure to please follow, turn on the notifications, and give it a 5-star rating, because it really helps me grow organically and reach out to more people who might want to hear this. I am actually called to talk about my experience. I feel like there are people out there who need to know the truth of the entertainment industry. Becoming a writer, actor, producer, musician, agent, manager, whatever you want to do. I want to make sure I let you know how this thing works and what I've experienced so far. I want to really make sure we can create a loving, motivating, encouraging, nice little community to support each other and be there for each other. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.